What's going on? How's everybody doing? Who do we got in here tonight? Let's take a quick look around and see. Junkers Clunkers, what's going on? Richard Sumner. Hey, buddy, how's it going, man? Tony's in here. Very cool. Who else do we got? Oh, man. Let's start the evening off right and let's get loose. All right. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? What's everybody got going on? I was going to go up to Maple Grove and watch those Street Outlaws race, but it's raining. I'm not even going to go up there and watch them get rained out because that's probably what's going to happen. Gordon Walker, what's happening? Henry's here. Paul White made it. Very cool. Lonnie, what's going on? Yeah, it looks like they're going to get rained out. I know it rained. I know I didn't get much in today. If they got anything in today, it rained. I was looking forward to it too. Jason made it. What's going on? I put a little clip, a snidbit. Put it up here. There's a little snidbit. Jason and his father, Andy, are going to be building a car for the No Name Nationals in 140 days. That's a tall feat. I'll be tuning in to find out and see how it goes. Sounds exciting. Daniel. Jerry Carr's here. What's happening? Robbie Altry. One's made it. Larry Reese, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Howie Mook's here. What's going on? Terry Mook, what's going on? Yeah, hon, that's yes. Yo, Shaky, what's going on, man? That's cool. That's cool. I'm working on mine too. It's fun. That's the whole fun thing, right? I actually had fun this past week. You know, it's like making the roll bar, stuff like that. Those are the things that I want to set my car apart, you know, with stuff like that. So I hope you guys like that because I love it. Kim likes it. She's going to climb in there. She's going to straighten out all the little bleed throughs and stuff. There's not much. There really isn't. It came out pretty gosh darn good. Yo, Torp made it. Christina M, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Hubby, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming, brother. Just the one. I see why you did that. I see how you did that, Bride. Just the one. Oh man, thanks, Robbie. It's one of those things where it came out exactly the way I pictured in my mind. I was really worried about the stars, right? And they came out good. That was just a lot of work getting the glue off. And I was like, the stripes are going to be no problem. The stripes were a pain in the butt. Kim did the math on that. She took a piece of the old wrapper from the stars, wrapped it around there till it was the perfect size, then cut it. And then we measured it. And then we kind of calculated how big to make the stars, or excuse me, how big to make the white stripe versus the red stripe. And you couldn't make them the same. They didn't make a tape that would do that. So we had to do, what was it, hon? You can't see it. You can see it, I guess, if you studied it, but you can't the way the pipe rolls around. But I think the red is slightly bigger than the white or vice versa, but you can't see it. I guess like I said, you'd get right on it. You might be able to. But it came out exactly the way we wanted. We couldn't have been happier. Yo, Forsaken Steel. I don't know if you guys saw Forsaken Steel video today. Junker Clunker sent him the Christmas in July, and he ran a video and he nominated us. So we're going to participate. All right. I'll wait for my Christmas in July to get here and we'll make our video. I've already got a couple guys in mind. So we're gonna have some fun with that here in the next week or two, whenever my gifts come. Kim's already been doing the shopping on Amazon. We're ready to go. So when that goes on, you get a chance to check it out. Forsaken Steel up there and Junkers and Clunkers up there. All right. Let's see here. Steve, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in, brother. Oh, I don't know if you can, one, that's a great idea, but I don't know if it'll work. I mean, I guess I could try. I mean, the header paint came right off, but maybe this time I was thinking I could try to sandblast it with that little suitcase blaster to etch the headers a little bit better, maybe preheat a little bit better. I think the engine being brand new had a big role in that, breaking the cam in. I think them headers got a little hotter than they normally would run. And I don't know if you guys remember when I ran the motor, it's like all the paint just flaked right off. So it's a great idea, but finding a paint that would hold up in those colors, it's hard finding a white. I'd like to send them out and get them just ceramic coated in white, but I'm hearing that comes right off. Last time I thought about the exhaust, I was looking at that. Uh, I forget the exact name of it. Begins with a K. Creite, or something. They paint guns with it, and it's supposed to be very durable. I think it was Chevelle Ranch told me about that stuff. I think it was, yeah, I think it was Larry. Larry told me he don't come in here no more. I don't know. I miss you, Larry. Come back. You know, remind me of the color or the brand. Yo, Don's here. What's going on, Don? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, man. All right, let's see who else we got in here. You're really excited about that car show, Gordon. We'll check it out. Whatever you pictures you want to send, and post them on BW's garage over there at Facebook. Show us what's going on. Sounds like a great car show, man. Yeah, if I do any more um, of the patriotic theme on the car, like I said, we did that to match the Don Garlett's tack and the helmet, so that's going to look good. If I do any more, I might put like a tethered flag on the roof. But I mean, because the car is going to be hot rod black. It's blacked out on the inside with a little bit of very little chrome just on the dash. And it's so we wanted just little touches and colors. That's why we got our little guy on the dash up there. We got Phil up there on the dashboard, and we got the stars and stripes stuff going on. I might also put one on the rear, maybe on the back of the rear. We'll see. It's just we gotta have these little touches that are just ours. So we'll see how it goes. I shouldn't say too much. It seems like I say stuff, and then a couple weeks later, somebody else is doing it. So Swamp Thing made it. What's going on, man? There's my buddy Rick. What's happening, Rick? Let's see who else is in here. If you're in here, say something so I could say hello. All right, it looks like we're pretty well caught up. We got 32 people in here already. That's pretty good. So I started putting the ground straps on the car. I'm probably going to go a little overboard with that, but that's all right. I put a ground strap from the body to the frame rail at the back on both sides, and I also put one from the motor to the body down low so it's out of the way, because the motor's already grounded with the bolts to the frame, so I'm good there. I'm just got to do the one for the battery, so I'm going to just temporarily put the battery box in, see where the ground cable's going to be. I'm going to punch a hole in the floor, and then I'll weld a stud onto the frame for the battery ground. I'm thinking that after that, I think I'm just going to scuff up the trunk, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap the line in the trunk. I'm trying to decide if I want to use that material on the floor or not on the inside of the cabin. I might, just because it'll be out and ready to go. And where else am I going to use it once it's started? I got to read the directions on it, and because I am going to put the sound deadener in the cabin of the car and carpet it. So the interior is going to be a little bit nicer. Or I don't want to say nicer. We're going to have a headliner. We're going to have carpet. We got bucket seats. That's it. And we got a Stars and Stripes roll bar. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, they got a little. You see, people don't pay attention. If you those items are available, what Kim's talking about, they're available on eBay, and it's like you can get the Speed Racer and the Evil Knievel. The Evil Knievel, I think, was like 45. The Speed Racer you could get for about 25, 30, and I think the cheapest one was the Mr. Bill. We already have a Mr. Bill in our shop. We got the little stuffed animal. They don't sell them anymore. I'm gonna have to give it to my puppies because that's their toy. Kim bought me one because they each have one. The dogs have Mr. Bills. Yeah, Mr. Phil. That's good. Wobblehead is a brand one. It's a brand. Look them up on eBay. Wobblehead, Evil Knievel Wobblehead, and yeah, they are just bobbleheads. That's all they are. You know. Yeah, I ain't taking one of them off the car. Maybe when it's done, I'll go see him. I should. Like I said, I was really going to go tomorrow, and the weather's not going to cooperate. It's just not going to. It's not going to work out. Next time, I guess they come up here every year. I mean, they're on a circuit. They might even come back later in the year. It's just miserable. It's just miserable out. It's like it started. The weather started to clear up during the week. It's not bad. Like I cut the grass on Wednesday. It was beautiful, and then Thursday overcast. Friday rain, 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 rain. So it's just like the weather's not cooperating. But the good news is we got so much stuff inside the shop to work on. We're just going to keep rolling. Mike's here. What's going on? Desert Rat 2000. Thanks for coming in, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming over. Yeah, I was gonna do the live in the shop tonight, and it's a train wreck out there. I got to clean up a little bit. I'm gonna take the old deck lid. I'm gonna go down to Lowe's tomorrow and get some of that red oxide spray. Maybe I just roll it on. I don't know. I have a whole quart of it, and I want to paint that the old deck lid in that, and then take it out and store it in the shed. And I'm just getting a stockpile of extra parts together, for the next swap meet, the trade or whatever. I'm eventually going to get a table. I got enough stuff laying around here. I can trade some stuff instead of using money all the time. So somebody's looking for something, right? We'll see. Martin Wright, thanks for coming in from the UK. Everything's well. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. I hope everything's all right over there too. Yeah, Jesus, thanks for coming in, man. Rick told me about you. You guys went to the races together last week. All right, and he said you've been a good friend of his for a long time. I appreciate you coming in, man. Jesus, welcome. Everybody, welcome Jesus. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. It's pretty cool. Have a sip if you got them. Or in one's case, a puff. All right. Okay, let me go back through the list and make sure I like to say hello to everybody in here. And if I happen to miss your name, say hello again. I try to scan the talk in the chat and make sure I get everybody. There's a new guy, Corby. Hey Corby, thanks for coming in. Sorry I'm late on my hello. I pan up and make sure I see. I get to babbling sometimes. I got to stop and check. I do try to get to everybody though. I do the best I can. Montana Garage, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? We can start over, sure. Everything's going good, man. Thanks a lot, Torp. Hey, Floyd made it. What's going on, Floyd? Thanks for coming in, brother. I appreciate you, man. Chevy Shane's here, man. What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. Have a sip. Catch up with the rest of the guys. Oh, man. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I got to clean up the shop a little bit. I'm going to get that the body panels I'm not going to use. I'm going to get them in primer, put them out. I'm gonna put the new deck lid up on the table. I'm gonna put that in I'm thinking I'm gonna epoxy that tomorrow. And in amongst everything else of doing that stuff that's inside the shop, I'm gonna continue working, like I said, on the ground straps, get that ready to go. All right. I'm gonna try to move a little quicker. I want to get the Chevy, the gasser, it runs. We already know it runs. The drive line's hooked up. I got to put gear oil in the rear, and my buddy Kevin's going to come over. He's got the brake kit because I cut that one brake line. I would say the brake lines are 90% done. They're already plumbed. I just got to change one line that I hit with the grinder. I don't know if you guys remember that. Whenever I thought, what the heck was I doing when I did that? Oh yeah, I moved the. I think it was because I had to move the shock bar. Remember, I think it was that was the job. It was one of those jobs where I had to do something back there, and I shouldn't have been fooling around with the grinder. And boop, brand new stainless steel brake line right in the trash. But you live and you learn. Our buddy up there in Canada, Mike McNorton was talking to me about the fuel line last week. That looks like the easiest route to go, and he said it works great. So I'll probably get that plastic hose line. I have it wrote down. I think it's up on my tablet. I have it wrote down the brand he was talking about, and get some 10N fittings. I have a fuel pump. I have an electric fuel pump. I have a regulator for the fuel pump as well, an electric regulator for it. So I was going to I'm looking at diagrams online on the, where the best place is to mount and hook it up. But I also have in one of the drawers out there, wrapped up in cloth with wet oil wrapped up in cloth, I think, the rod for a mechanical pump on the motor if I wanted to go that route. I did save that. I just have a blank on there. I would just have to slide the rod back up into the engine, and I can get a mechanical one as well. I got to look at what's best. I bought the electric fuel pump when Rob Mayer, the engine man, whenever he ran my engine, because it ran good, and I'm like, well, what are you running? And he showed me the fuel pump and stuff he was using. He goes, this would be good for your car, and so I bought it. He had one sitting there, so I bought it. So, but I can go, the other route too, and put the mechanical one on there too. So I'm still looking at it. We'll see. I'll probably use what I have. That way, I don't have to buy anything. I have enough stuff to buy. I guess that'll make Kim happy too. Let's see. What else do we got going on in here? Hey, Mike from Fuel Fire's here, man. Changing the flux capacitor. Harry's here. Harry, thanks for the emails, buddy. Keep them coming. I love that stuff, dude. It's pretty awesome what you got going on there. You ought to start making some videos. I often kick myself for starting videos late. You're at a good point where you could get into it. I mean, I should have made videos when I had my car sitting on rafters, man. Well, I did have some videos when it was on the rafters, but I mean, before I cut the floor out, as I was cutting the floor out, and the inside quarters to where it was stripped down to almost no car and then built back up. Most of that's just in photographs because I wasn't smart enough to make videos. I'm a slow learner. Radgas is here. What's going on? I love the new station wagon, Sonny. It's out of sight. I can't wait to see the direction you take that car. I know I'm going to love it, man. Let's see here. Yo, Big Job Ford's in the house. What's going on, man? Have a sip, everybody. I'm sure it just came to you, Brad. If you need a link for the stars, it's on Amazon. I'll send you the link. It's just picture taking 1,000 price tags off of something and then getting the glue off with Goo Gone afterwards. It worked out great though, man. Like I said, I put 3 coats of white on. Well, first I put 2 coats of the red oxide on there. The rusty red oxide, it's called. It was clean metal I put it on, but it should be fine. I put 2 coats on there, let that dry 2 days. I put 3 coats of the white and let it dry a week. And then you guys saw, I just put anybody that watched saw. I mean, I think I'm at like 280 views. I really didn't get the views on that video, but I let it dry real good and put, and then I didn't have to, because my main concern was, well, when you peel the stickers off, is the new paint going to come off? No, nice and hard, stayed on there, came out. I was really happy. The stars look phenomenal. The stars are they're just out of this world. So, and like I say, it looks exactly the way I wanted it to look. I wanted it to look like some guy just got back from Vietnam, pulled a 55 out of the junkyard and pulled a whatever paint his parents had on the shelf at the house out and just started painting it up, getting it ready to go. And that's what I want it to look like. And it hit the mark, man. It hit the mark. It looks even, I know it looks pretty cool on video, and I toot my own horn enough here, but in person, it's just out of sight, man. Rusty Iron Projects, what's going on? Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Cool. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that, man. All the likes help. Maybe they send it out. I'm waiting for this thing to catch fire again. We get it to catch fire like we did that one night. I don't know how that happened. I want to get back on the front page. Get me back on that front page for a couple minutes. That was exciting, man. I don't know how it happened. Country Boy made it. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, that was a good day. Yeah. So, but anyway, I got to put I go back to the car. I got to get the uh, the oil in the rear. The transmission's got oil in it. The car's got oil in it. The car's got coolant fluid in there. I do got to get a puke tank at some point. But just for moving it in and out of the garage, I think I'll be all right. I'm just getting closer and closer to moving it in and out in the garage. I had the wiring harness. Geez, I've had that probably a year and a half. I bought that during the pandemic. Like I said, Kim always told me, she said, just buy it and put it aside, because we got the money now. Buy it so you have it. So and it doesn't sting all at once. And it's kind of handy having the stuff around here, especially with the stuff coming up with the house. My time is going to be at a premium for about, I'm guessing about 6 weeks, maybe 7. Getting my son ready to get into his house, and then getting that other house ready to sell. And, that's going to be a hectic couple weeks. I am putting together some videos so that we have some stuff to put out and spread out. That's why you guys notice you haven't really seen much in the Nova. That's coming up. But, I'm just going to try to keep things as fresh as I can. Obviously, I guarantee the only thing I can guarantee when the house stuff starts is Friday nights. that's the only promise I could make to you. But I'm sure we're going to have some stuff in between. But it's going to be a hectic couple of weeks. It's just, I told you last year, family first, and this is that last hurdle that Kim and I have to get over with that phase of our lives. So, but it's better. It's going to be better in the long run for everybody, especially me. We get that place sold over there. Then we can start to get really serious about finding a nice piece of land. Even if we don't build on it right away, just get the land and have it ready to go. That's cool, Gordon. That's all right, man. That's just a phase in life, man. They gave me more than I ever gave them. Trust me. It looks good, Brad. Don't you, you have to, at some point, you have to be happy with something, with what you did. And it's like, that's why I said, it's like, I'm going to be happy with however mine comes out. I've got a couple runs on my garnish mold from when I painted the window frames and the and got that stuff together for the car. I did all that interior parts. This shit looks the stuff. Excuse me, I don't try not to cuss. That stuff was blowing around. I was going to just sand them down and reshoot them. I might not even because I'm not perfect. My car's not going to be perfect, but it's mine. It's cool, and nobody can say I didn't do everything on the car because I was in on everything on the car. I know where every spot weld is on that thing. It's mine, and you ought to treat yours that way too. Every little tiny bit of orange that's yours, man. It's got your name on it. I don't paint cars professionally. Let you in on a little secret. I never painted a car, but I'm going to paint mine. I'm going to paint that Nova too. It's going to be what it is. Fortunately, they sell this stuff called hot rod black, hot rod white, hot rod silver, and hot rod green. You got 4 colors to choose from, and you ain't got to be perfect. Napa also sells satin paint. You ain't got to be perfect in satin, and they look cool. At least to me it does. The shine. I don't think. I think shiny's out. Kind of feels that way. Yeah, me too, Floyd. I'm following the engine too. I hope you've calmed down on that, Don. It sounded like you have in the last response you had about talking to a different builder. I also heard from a couple people that's not uncommon. They put the best fitting parts where the best spot is, whatever that may be. So I don't know, what was good in 55 and matched up might not be good after it gets dipped and everything gets honed. And I don't know. You don't want my advice too much on that stuff. That's why I set my motor down to the man to have him look at it. Because I didn't want to deal with anything once it was bolted in. And if I heard it, I'll unbolt it and take it back to him. That's just the way it is. I can do some stuff, but I can't do that. I probably could, but I do want to try building my own engine at some point once. I think I'm going to do a stroker. Maybe after everything's done, I'll just buy a 350 engine and rip it down and get a stroker kit and put it back together, Oh, man, what's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a bit. Thanks for coming in, dude. I appreciate it. Yes, they say sandpaper and buff and fix everything. Just ask Dan. Dan had some peel going on up there in Canada. He straightened it out. A little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of elbow grease, man. Hey, Jer, what's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in, man. It's my buddy Jer. He's the one that found me. Well, we traded. He gave me those radar rims, and I give him them big block Chevy heads. And he found me that hood scoop I got out there. I'm gonna start working on that too. I'm just gonna chip away at that. That's gonna be something I just do on the side for fun when I'm sitting there thinking about something else. It's got it. Like I said, it's got its problems, but it's definitely it's a nice piece. It has the grill. A lot of them don't, and it's like if you buy the reproduction fiberglass ones. I think we talked about this a little bit last week. If you buy the fiberglass pre-production ones, they don't have the grill. But I was talking to my engineer friend at work, and if the dimensions are brought in correctly, that can be 3D printed. So I'm looking at that too. Because Dennis was asking me about that. Caveman was asking me about that. The problem is where the problem lies is like, you have to have, we don't have it. But if you need a bigger 3D printer for that. Hold on a second. Kim's getting me for something. I have not found, Kim was, I'm sorry, hubby. I was preoccupied talking about other stuff. I've not found, but I've not looked for front fenders for the Nova yet. I figured I would get all the weld on stuff done first before I worried about the bolt on stuff. I might just pull that one driver's side fender forward and see if I can get, because it's 3/4 of an inch pushed back. You guys saw, I showed you in the video, but no, I haven't looked. I mean, I want to get a lot of the rust stuff straightened out first before I worry about that. But I am thinking about that. Yes, I might come home with a pair of fenders because I'm going back down to Carlisle in June. They have a GM. Uh, they have a GM swap meet. GM Nationals swap meet at Carlisle, and I'm going. Um, I got a J&W are excellent people too. They sell the sheet metal. I'll call them up. Whatever, if I haven't found a driver side quarter panel by then, I'll call them. And I'm going to need the sale on the driver side. It's just I don't know. I'll take the stuff off and see if I can spot weld. But I mean, whoever had the car before me, they just put putty over that, and then they put the new headliner in. So I got to see if I can get the headliner down so I don't burn it up. Because also that you guys saw that front driver's side of the roof. There's a train wreck under there. I just know it. But we'll get it straightened out. But that's down the road. I want to get what I have. I have plenty of stuff to work on the Nova with. All right. So and plus I got to put on the stuff I do have before I make room for the other stuff, and we're still looking at the seats. It's like I counted 3 broken springs on the bench seat for that, and I don't know if I want to take the time. I did see they sell them. I didn't know if I wanted to take the time to fix the bench, but I think we had a poll a couple weeks ago, and a slight wind went to the buckets, so we might end up putting a set of buckets in there. We'll see. I mean, like I said, a lot of it depends on you. And you guys are in the same boat as me. You go to the swap meet. If there's a set of super sport bucket seats at the swap meet, they're not overly priced terrible, I probably would buy them. I'd probably pull the trigger. But like I said, the J&W Nova people, they're very helpful. They left me a card and everything. They're like, look, we're coming back in June. Call us a couple weeks in advance. We'll let you know what we have. And if they have it, they'll bring it. Same things with Car Inc. Car Inc. really hooked me up. They brought me the quarter panel, the passenger side quarter panel, no sale. But I didn't need a sale on that side. At least I don't think I do. Unless they did something and hit it there too that I didn't see or find yet. But I kind of poked around. Seems solid. Hope that answers your question. All right. Well, I forgot where I was before that. and since then, we'll probably circle back around to that. But we're at 32 minutes, so we might as well do our sticker giveaway for the week, right? We might as well get that going. Let me bring that up and see what we could do here. All right. Bring that over here. Oh, that isn't bad. I haven't seen that. All right, there you go. All right, so the first one we're going to do is our fill the bucket. You might as well take a sip while I'm showing it. We're going to do a fill the bucket sticker with a peel clear BW Garage sticker. All right, and the first person to provide me with the correct number between 1 and 30 wins those stickers. Go. And all right, let's see what happens here. I saw that one. There it is. Steve won. Looks like Steve. All right. Let me bring it up and show everybody. Our buddy Steve guessed number 18. Number 18 for Steve. Congratulations. Steve, do I have your address? I think I do. If I don't, email it to me. If I do, it's in the book upstairs. All right. My email is jedclamp32@yahoo.com or jedclamp32@gmail.com. If you go to the channel's homepage, all the way to the right in the about section is the email. All right. So if I think I can't remember. Do I have it, Steve? If not, email me or message me on Facebook, buddy, whichever. All right. But you won these stickers and I'll get them out to you in short order. All right. Let's try that again. All right. That's going to be an interesting one. So this time we have another fill the bucket sticker and we have a round BW Garage sticker to give away. I need a number. Hold on a second. Let me send it over to my darling bride. All right. I need a number between 1 and 30. 1 and 30. Go. Oh, they're going fast, hon. There it is. Brian Kinner. Brian Kinner. He guessed it. All right, Bry. Bry, I think I have yours. I've sent you stuff. I know I have. I sent you a shirt and stickers once before, I thought. Something. I think you got a Christmas card anyway, right? So there you go. Number 30, Brian Kinner. Congratulations, buddy. I'll get that out to you. Luckily, I have some Canada stamps upstairs right along with my regular American stamps. All right, congratulations to you both. That was fun. It always is. But man, it gets fast once in a while. That thing starts going. It's almost like a slot machine trying to keep up with that. And I'm a little punchy sometimes. I got Kim looking out for me. That's why I gotta send her the number in text so that she's keeping an eye out, and because I'll lose track. All right. That was fun, right? I think it was. Mm. Everybody have a sip. Celebrate Brian and Steve's victory this week. And hope for yours next week. There's hope for us all. Hey, don't forget, you got I seen Country Boys in here. I haven't seen Andy yet. Andy emailed me or texted me. Jason's here, and he said he would be a little late tonight. That's okay. He had something to do. But you'll notice, yeah, Country Boy, hey, they have the little fill the bucket badge and emoticon because they're members of BW's Garage. So if you ever decide to join up, you too will have the ability to fill the bucket up and have everybody take a sip. It doesn't have to be just me contributing to your delinquency. There you go. There's Turlo's Garage. I'm sorry, Andy. I bet you were, and I missed it. I seen Jason in here, but I'm a little cross-eyed. I appreciate it, man. And like I say, let me get back up in there for a minute and let everybody know. I wanted to go through that. I wanted to go through this one more time too. I'm gonna come in here. All right. If you guys noticed, hey, Josh is here. What's going on? That little link I put on there, it's just a little clip from Andy and Jason's new endeavor. They're going to try to get a car ready for the No Name Nationals in 140 days. That's a little clip, but it will lead you where you need to be to check out their videos. All right. It starts on Andy's, on Turlo's Garage, and then part 2 goes over to Jason's Garage. And I encourage everybody to go over there and subscribe to the young man. Okay. He's at Bikes with Turlo. It's pretty cool. He's doing his own YouTube thing with his dad. And I encourage everybody to go over and hit the subscribe button and give the kid a boost up. They're going to try to get a car ready in 140 days for the No Name Nationals. That sounds like fun, and I'm going to watch. Maybe you guys should watch too. All right. Uh-oh. Those my cat's mad about something. I probably should. What'd I do this time? Am I leaning into the computer again? Sorry about that. I got a big nose too. I get in there too close, I probably should put my glasses down. But you see, I guess it's better. It's still a little strained. I don't like the glare. Can you see the glare? So that's why they go up here. I can see real good up close. Like I can see everything better right now without my glasses looking at the screen right now. It's like when I get back here is whenever it's just no good. All right. Now everybody knows my vision strengths and weaknesses. I bet there is, Brad. I can't see myself. Well, I guess I can. I can see myself right there. And that ain't true. I am a handsome devil, though. Let me see what the. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, one. Thanks, one. I ain't gonna take that crap no more, neither. I got somebody in my corner. I, I won't say who. Oh, Kevin L made it. I was wondering. I'm like, where's Kevin? There he is. All right, he's in Mississippi. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Mississippi. You got a lot going on. You're doing a lot of traveling lately, Kevin. I tell you what, you went to Vegas, right? Then well, trout fishing. I know you do that every year in the mountains with your buds and your family, and then now you're in Mississippi. You're moving and grooving, brother. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, my head it is pretty shiny. I shave. I shave for you guys, man. I got a lot of divots and dents up there, though. I bang that thing around. I told you I'm a little punchy sometimes. I will say, I don't. Do any of you guys play that word game, the Wordle game that everybody's been playing? It was a craze for a while. We still play it, and I've been doing pretty good lately. I got Kim the last 2 days, and she's a lot smarter than me. Book smart. I'm the street smart one. She's a lot smart, but I got her the last 2 days. Today was a little easier. Hey, Martin, thank you very much, man. Man, thank you. I appreciate that. There is a link. There is a link in the description of the video, all my videos, and this current video. There's a description to my store over on Teespring. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot, man. Thank you. Have a sip. That's pretty cool. Rat Rod Bob, man, that guy's got an imagination. He figures stuff out in a way. His way is he has a way about moving metal the way he wants it to be, and it always turns out. It always comes out, man. And his glass is always half full too. I remember when he pulled that Galaxy in, he's like, "Well, I don't think I'm gonna mess with this," but it's just it's pretty cool. Put it on the back 40. Uh, Take a sip. David, I had a person, I think like twice, around the corner from us, a guy was in his shutdown. He worked at the refinery, and he's like, "Man, I got hooked on your videos working night work." And he literally lived what, Kim, 4 blocks, 5 blocks from here. He said, "Do you mind if I come over and look at the car with my wife?" Very nice people. They came over. I haven't seen him since. I did wave to him once. I saw him on. He's going this way on Concord Road when I was going this way, and he's got a cool Jeep. And he did all his modifications. He's not a mechanic, and he did all his own modifications on his Jeep. Did a good job. And he was going this way. I was going this way, and it waved. But at that time, and maybe one other time. I don't know if the Iron Trap guys recognized me. I don't think they watched too much of the little guy YouTube, but I tried talking to the one guy and he was really busy, and I ended up talking to the Josh guy and buying that helmet. I don't like to bother people when they don't want to be bothered. But yeah, not too much. No, I'm not too famous yet. Yet. I'd like to be. Did you guys see the size of the garage at Vice Grip's building? He already had a huge garage, and now he's putting another addition on there. He just put a picture on his community page. I was like, oh, or on you. I think it was. Excuse me. I think it was on Facebook. I seen. I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, he had like a whole half a garage. It's like 20 of mine, and he was building another one right into it with heavy equipment on the inside, like a giant warehouse. And it's exciting, man. I'd like to do that someday, but we're just a little guy for right now. So no, not too much. Yeah, I know, Daniel. It's crazy. And he's a heck of a nice guy. He really is. I signed up for, last year. I signed up for that D bus, and the only reason I signed up is I wanted him to look at my car, and he did. He did. I got enough votes where I think I came in third or fourth in his division as far as votes went. So I don't know if that video's out there somewhere where Derek is grading my car, and I thought it was awesome. And that's all I wanted. I didn't want any trophies. I didn't want to win any places. I just wanted him to know that my car's there. And he was engaging too. He engaged me a little bit. He asked me what color I was going to paint it, and I think him and I were on the we're going to paint it white kick at the time. We're not painting it white. But I did tell him, I said, if I ever saw him at an event and the car's there, I was going to toss him the keys. And I will. I'll let him take it for a rip. It'd be pretty cool, you know. But he was a nice man. And like I said, it's that the garage he's built is just insanely nice. And believe me, I go to work every day. I work. Look at my hands. All right, they're gnarled. Every one of these fingers has been broke a few times, and I like my job. It's good. It's a good job. I enjoy it. But I'll tell you what, if I had a choice, I'd do this daily. I would. I'd I'd run a camera in a garage 24/7 out there playing with cars, just playing. But I'm not in that position. I can't do it. So I can paint roll bars and show you the cool stuff I do here and there. Until hey, maybe one day we'll explode too. You know. But it's like I had one guy on there. I didn't even answer him because it kind of seemed like a negative comment. And I try not to dwell on the negative stuff. It's always like, I just try to move on. But somebody's like, is that car ever going to be on the street? Mm. I know that I could get in it right now and start it up if I wanted to. I know that I could move it in and out if I wanted to. But there's no sense in engaging somebody that's going to be negative. It's like, yeah, I guess eventually will. But that's not what I decided I wanted that car. I remember Kim and I were sitting out back on the patio, and I still had the Camaro. I had the Z28. And I told her, I said, that's really not what I want. I want my own car. But I said, the 55s, if you guys go look at them, the done ones, anything that's worth a grain of salt is 40 grand or more. I mean, yes, you can go I'm not going to get into a debate. Yes, you can go find a decent car for 25 grand or so. But believe me, you do a tiny bit of digging. Look what Dennis is going through with his rockers and change out now. I didn't want to deal with that. I wanted a nice, clean thing, but I knew I couldn't afford it. So she said, we'll buy whatever you can, and we'll fix it a little bit at a time. And that's what it did. And I decided that after I'd already did half the coach work on it, the floor, the firewall, I had all that stuff done. That's when I started doing YouTube videos. And it was like, I decided I'm just going to share the build with everybody. And when it's done, it's done. Okay, since then, I got a Nova sitting out there to play with now too, because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy, making the videos is hard work, but it's also fun. It's rewarding. It's like, if every once in a while, like a good video for me is 1,000 views. I usually get about 300-400. I've got videos. I think my Nikki video has almost 11,000 views or something like that. 12,000. I don't even know. I can't remember. But the like that whenever I got the parts for Dan, that's got like 8,000 views. It's exciting. It's fun when you get one like that. You know what does good is these shorts lately. I mean, and I'm not, I can't make any real money on YouTube right now anyway. I don't have I don't have the whatever you call it to do that, but I do have is a lot of fun making the shorts. I don't know, you guys watched when I was peeling the stickers off of the roll bar, the Evil Knievel. you know, and that's a lot of fun, making little stuff like that and finding it. And Kim inspired that. She goes, "Man, that looks like Evil Knievel stuff when I was doing it out there on the struts." So there's that. I guess you could, Jason. Sure, you could, but you don't want to know how much money I got in that 55. You just don't want to know. But it's like it's got the components I want on it. There's no rust in it. We've cut all the rust out. It's gone. And that's why I said I won't have to worry about that in my lifetime. And the next person that has it won't have to worry about it. I don't think, unless they let it sit outside in a field, which would be pure insanity. But that's why Kim's not allowed to sell it if something happens. I told her just leave it out there. That's mine. You guys are all witnesses. Take a sip. Mm. Oh, I'm having fun tonight. We're on a roll. Yeah, he does have a nice shop. See, that's a nice shop, Shaky. And my friend Guy has one the exact same size. He's got a giant boat in there. He's got a '68 Pro Street in there. He's got a truck in there, and he's still got more room than I got. But you know what? You work with what you have. You got guys like Larry. He built a car outside. He's building another car outside. Our buddy Larry up in Canada. Yeah, I'm doing the Nova outside, and I'll tell you what, it is challenging doing it outside, and I'm doing it on a slope like this. But that doesn't bother me as much as what the restrictions are of the weather. You just can't. You can't do nothing when it's pouring down rain. You got to let it go. Just worry about it when it's done raining. Go back out and try to pick up where you left off. But you work with what you have. Look at the what's that? Andy's got that temporary garage he set up so they could put that car together. You work with what you have and be happy with what you got. And that's what happened with the 55. I could have got one a lot further along, but I got what I could afford and I chipped away at it. And yeah, I got expensive components for the car, and people are like, look at that. Like, I saved for that. I worked a ton of overtime for the money to buy that. Everybody, oh, the Nicky thing. And you know what? I could make one of those stubs frames on the end in my sleep. It's the geometry I paid for. I don't have the intelligence to I don't want to say I don't have the intelligence. I didn't know anything about how to set up the caster and the drag link, and plus you got a guy like Tinberg who he designed and engineered all that stuff and took all the problems and went away. So that was it for me. I just worked 3 months of overtime and bought it. As soon as I had enough money, I called him up. Now I got a friend for the rest of my life. I could call him right now if I had a question. He'd pick up the phone. I bet you. And he told me how to mount my rear, the springs under the frame. Hey, just over the phone, we had like a 20-minute conversation. He told me the shackles to buy. He said, do it like this and you're going to be just fine. You know what I mean? And that didn't cost me a nickel. So I got my money's worth. Oh, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping in, dude. I'll tell you what. I'm a little I love the way that the convertible's coming out up there. I mean, I don't know if it looks that nice in person as it does on the camera, but it's definitely camera friendly. That is by far one of the coolest cruisers that I've seen come out of your shop yet. It's awesome, man. And I don't blame you. I remember when you said you loved that car. I'd love that car too. You're going to have a giveaway, buddy. When you get to 200,000, right? All right. I'm going to spread a rumor. Oh. Yo, Shopcat. I know I seen you up there a minute ago. I got a Paps here. You know what else I seen on Facebook pop up today, and I kind of bit my lower lip. Somebody else was in one because I belong to like so many of those car groups. Somebody else has one of those stars and stripes helmets with a steering wheel that they put on the front seat of their car, and I was like, It makes you wonder, did they get that idea from me or did they have that on their own? I don't know. Which tour, hon? The one for the where the Chevelle's at? Hon, are you talking about the Pro Street that's around the corner? Yeah, there's a 72 Pro Street, and it's been sitting in the exact same spot. This guy's the right hand side of his driveway for I'm going to say 4 or 5 years that I know of. And when I first spotted it, it still had air in the tires, and they're slicks. They're pro. They're 100% race tires, and they're flat, and they've been on that same flat surface of the tires for at least 2 years. I guess I could stop by, but it's like that'd be one of those things where I'd have to stash it. I'd have to stash it for about 6 months. But that's one of those cars that it probably just needs, you know, a little TLC. The stuff I'm buying is rust buckets, rust repair. I think after the Nova, I'm going to get some stuff that where I just got to play around with the top and the motor and stuff. I mean, like I had fun firing up the Nova the other day, and you know what? That thing runs so smooth now. It's all fuel related. You guys seen the big? I think you're if anybody that's watched seen the big dent in the fuel tank. It's just not getting fuel. It's starving for fuel. When I cut the fuel line and put it right to the gas tank, and it's once it started up and started pulling fuel, all those sputtering and won't run problems completely vanished, gone. Runs like a top. So I know, at least I know it's got a good strong 350 in it. And the cam, it's got a little cam in it, not much, a little cam, a little poppity pop. Yeah. See, you know what you're going to see though now, Steve, is you're going to see those slowly start to come down. I think personally, just because of people in their ages and where they are in their life, I think you're going to start seeing like the Gen 2 Camaros, even the Gen 3 stuff is going to start getting hotter and hotter. It's like the Gen 3 stuff, you'd be like, but Brian, it's all plastic and crap and blah blah blah. But it's like the age group of people, you know. There's an IROC. I can go out my back door and just stand in my yard and look to the right. And there's an IROC that's been sitting under a carport for 10 years. And it is nice. I mean, it needs paint. I think it's almost like, I don't think it's in primer gray, but it's like a light blue and it's just completely paint is washed out on it. And it's just sitting there. Guy named Gary has it. And I don't know if he's ever going to do anything with it, but I remember when he used to drive the car when I first moved into the neighborhood, and that car has not moved in at least 10 years. And I think those cars are going to start to get hot. I would never trade my 55, Steve. The 55 is the coolest hot rod there is, man. Anybody can say anything they want. They can give me all their arguments and put this car against that car. You got the 60. It's iconic. It's like you got the 69 Camaro. You got the 55 Chevy. You know, up through the years, and you know. But I'm just thinking like the age groups of people. And you know, these rice burners people are showing up everywhere. They're at all the car shows now. And hey, man, that's their genre. It's not for me. But you know, they're showing up. They're there. And what you hope, and I always tell people is what you hope is those people that show up that are into the rice burners and stuff right now, that they develop a appreciation for the older Chevelles and Tri Fives and Camaros, because somebody's got to take care of these things when we're gone, or we're too old to do it. So you hope that they you know, that's why I don't you know, I don't want to look at that rice burner. I try to treat everybody with respect because you never know. You never know. Wow. That's sad, Pat. Oh man. I'm with you, Don. The coolest car out there. And I told Kim that, and that's why I had to have it. And that's when she told me that's what you ought to have. And that's how the 55 story started. We'll see where it takes us. We'll see where we end up. And like I said, I'm not going to answer the guy with the negative comment. And I don't even know if it was negative. It just had a negative vibe. I didn't feel like answering it. And I answer everybody. All right, look, we're already 25, 30 seconds over an hour. I had a blast talking tonight. I was a little gabby tonight. I think it had something to do with this energy drink I had. I don't know. But I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to play around in the shop this weekend. Look for a couple shorts at least. Because, like I said, I'm going to be shuffling stuff around tomorrow. I'm going to be having some fun. I'm going to do fun stuff, But I'm also going to mix in some serious work that needs to get done so we can get that car moving. I appreciate everybody's support. I love all you guys in here, guys, gals, everybody. We're getting more and more people. Our buddy Poor Possum, he brought his buddy Jesus in, and I appreciate that. Spread the word. Bring your friends in here. That's pretty awesome. Jesus, you're welcome here every single week. I hope you come back for more. We have a lot of fun in here. All right, you'll see a lot of the same names and faces. We're all tight knit bunch in here. I think we are anyway. All right. So I appreciate everybody, and I hope to see everybody again next week. All right. Take care, everybody.